Get to make a Friday transition from talking about the wind, Tanya describing all the events that we had across not only the central portion of the United States, but got to remember earlier this week, 70 million Americans were under either a wind advisory, wind watch, or wind warning. And now we're going to do a complete flip and talk about precipitation, because those are some flood watches that we have down to our south. Heavy rain, still saying just south of I-44 to go along with a fair amount of lightning. Our counties really haven't picked up hardly any lightning whatsoever. We see one strike there just in between about Monette and Springfield off of 44. Not a whole lot of action for the central and northern part, but it's just been very, very consistent rolling through Oklahoma, then into northwest Arkansas. Got a report from our good friend Mike in Anderson, Missouri, saying 51 and a slow and steady rain. But as you see that lightning begin to increase right there, no surprise that Benton County in northwest Arkansas is under that flood watch until Saturday morning. But that's our only highlighted county that is a part of this event. As far as the precipitation we've picked up, here's why. It's just going to keep on rolling through all afternoon and evening long. As you get north of 44, we do see little pockets right there that approach about an inch of rain. That was very, very early this morning, and then out to the west and really throughout the north. You're not going to hardly see any precipitation for Friday, which not necessarily a bad thing, because when we go back from December 1 all the way to today of the 17th, we should be sitting at about 1.43 inches. We're exactly 1 inch off. Joplin Regional Airport really only picked up about 6/100ths of an inch so far since the rain started earlier this morning. 7th and range line at one point in time, it was wet this morning. Now it remains dry. 52 degrees is where we are. And even if you're headed down to the south, don't plan on running into anything severe. It's just going to be steady rain. It's just going to persist for quite a little bit. 50 degrees right now in Carthage, 52 in Chanute, and 51 in Joplin. So we've already exceeded our normal high for this time of year. Reason it's just going to stay really on that track south of I-44 is because it's going to ride the jet stream. You can tell where the thunderstorm activity has the best shot. That's going to be down to the southeast of us, where we see that color contour change, but once again hampering tornado recovery efforts in portions of northeast Arkansas and up through western Kentucky, because it really doesn't want to have a whole lot of movement. Not one of those that's going to continue to shoot toward the northeast, almost stall out just where it is right now. Our afternoon planner up into the mid-50s, so not too bad. Wind, negligible. East, 5 to 10 miles per hour. No big deal on that one. And then overnight, it will finally begin to clear off by the time we get into Saturday. Now, before we get there, once again, just keeps on rolling through. So if you got Friday night plans, you plan on running down either toward northwest Arkansas, even if you are running down 44, don't be surprised here later on in the evening if we don't see it in between the Tulsa and Bonita exits on 44 as well. But eventually kind of staying off, diving down to the southeast. Saturday starts as mostly cloudy, but then we get a little sunshine. I tell you what though, if you got Saturday night plans into Sunday, do yourself a favor and bundle up, as we're going to be down into the low 20s. Thank goodness we're able to get rid of that precip before that happens. And then as we get into Sunday, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Whole bunch of sunshine and temperatures back up into the 40s. So that severe thunderstorm risk for Friday and Saturday really drops down by the Red River just to the Oklahoma-Arkansas state line, so way far to the south of us. And as we progress for the rest of our day, that's going to be about that, half an inch to an inch and a half still remaining for our far southern counties of southwest Missouri. But then as you get down there into central Arkansas, that's that 2.5 to 4 inch range that they're going to be dealing with. This gives you an idea of what we were talking about, why that thing just is going to be such a hindrance to the tornado recovery. Look at that, all the way into Saturday for those poor folks in Arkansas, Indiana, Illinois, and especially Kentucky. For us here in the four states, Tanya, call ourselves fortunate. We get a nice little rebound. We're going to have the 50s to begin next week, and as we ramp up. Can you believe we're talking about ramping up for Christmas? It's already going to be here next week.
I know. Look at that, 60 degrees on Wednesday.
I had a delightful person ask me today. She asked me about a white Christmas. It's going to be way too warm.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about the temperatures like this, especially for next week, is kids are home and you're going to be wanting to get them outside.
And then we start talking about travel time.
Yeah, there you go. Great travel weather. As long as we can keep the wind down.
No joke. I'm so done with that wind.
All right, thanks, Michael.